Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. We've started seeing positive results from our reforms, Tinubu tells IMF chief. Opebolo sets up 12-member committee to recover government costs. Reps vote against bill seeking 6-year single term for presidents and governors. Finnish police arrest Simon Ekpa, 4 others over terrorism activities. Now, top on what's trending, President Bola Tinubu has said Nigerians are now seeing the positive results of his administration's reforms. Since he assumed office in May 2023, Tinubu has scrapped subsidy on petroleum products and floated the naira, the result of which worsened inflation and subjected the masses to hardship. But receiving the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, on the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Tinubu assured that his administration will continue prioritizing the welfare of the poor and most vulnerable even as the economic reforms bear fruit. He acknowledged that the reforms had weakened Nigeria's purchasing power, but said his government will continue to provide social safety nets to cushion the unintended consequences. A Nigerian leader also emphasized the critical need for educational access, stressing that substantial resources must be invested to stimulate the much-needed infrastructural development in the country. Tinubu further noted that Nigeria is working on tax reforms to stimulate the economy further. Now, reacting to that, one Kevin Uchenna said, "You're seeing positive results from your reforms, yet you are still borrowing money abroad." The next reaction is from one Mayokun. "Wait, I thought the reform that we are talking about haven't started yet. Now that he's saying it's beginning to yield positive results, please, what are the reforms? Borrowing billions of dollars every arcade market day? Because that's the only thing we can point to as at today." And the last reaction from this story is from one Salami Michael. "Funny thing be say now only him they see him. Now audio feedback him they get." Now, next on what's trending, the Senate has granted approval of the 1.77 trillion naira loan request of President Bola Tinubu after a voice vote in favor of the request. The Senate, presided by Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibrin, approved the loan after the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debts, chaired by Senator Ali Wamako of APC Sokoto North, presented the report of the committee. The request, which was submitted by the president on Tuesday, is part of a fresh external borrowing plan to partially finance the 9.7 trillion naira budget deficit for the 2024 fiscal year. Tinubu had on Tuesday written to the National Assembly seeking approval of a fresh 1.767 trillion naira, the equivalent of $2.209 billion, as a new external borrowing plan in the 2024 Appropriation Act. The fresh loan is expected to stretch the amount spent on debt servicing by the federal government. The Central Bank of Nigeria recently said it cost the federal government $3.58 billion to service foreign debt in the first 9 months of 2024. And now to the reactions. One Emini Moto says, "They saved trillions from subsidy but still going up and down to borrow." The next reaction reads, "Where is the subsidy money? Abeg, where is it? They removed subsidy and they are still borrowing. Now wow." And the last reaction from this story, "Why do we need loan after removing subsidies? Where are the subsidy funds going to? I'm just curious." Now, a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution to create a single term of 6 years for the office of President and state governors has failed in the House of Representatives. The bill, sponsored by Honorable Ikenga Ogochinyere, sought to recognize the division of Nigeria into the 6 geopolitical zones, provide for the rotation of the office of the President, state governor, and chairman of the local government councils among the inherent regions and zones. The bill also sought to make it possible for all elections in the country to be held on a single day. When the bill, which was scheduled for second reading, was put to vote, majority of the lawmakers voted against it. This is not the first time the House will reject a bill seeking 6-year single term for president and governors. Now, reacting to that, a user with the name Ernest says, we saying the 4 years pepper is too much and they want to make it 6 years. A next reaction, Should this even be a thing to debate on? In such an economic situation as ours, how does tenure period solve the predicament that has eaten up the state of the country? The next reaction from one Abayomi Oyinloye: they never even asked for our opinions. Is that the true position of the people on the subject matter? Now, next one was trending. Governor Monday Okpebholo has set up a 12-member committee to recover all vehicles belonging to the Edo State government which are said to be in private hands. At a ceremony on Thursday in Benin City, the governor gave the Kelly Okungbowa-led committee 2 weeks to deliver on its mandate and ensure that government vehicles in private hands are fully recovered and subsequently returned to the state government. Speaking after the inauguration of the committee, its chairman, Okungbowa, thanked the governor for the confidence reposed in the team, expressing the readiness of the members to do justice to the assignment. He noted that a lot of government vehicles are in private hands and the committee will ensure that they are recovered at the stipulated time. And now, responding to that, a netizen wrote, "Same old ways of governance. Are those cars the citizens' problem at times like this when hunger is ravaging the state? Such moves failed in Zamfara State and other states. He should deliver his promises during his campaign to his people, of which recovering cars were not part of." Next reaction: how can government cars be in private hands? To me, it's an offense that needs to be treated on time. And the last comment on this story: is this part of your election manifesto and campaign promises? Still talking politics, a member of the People's Democratic Party, Segun Sowunmi, on Wednesday said President Bola Tinubu is his party's main problem. Sowunmi, former Ogun PDP governorship candidate, stated this in an interview to newsmen. He also faulted the appointment of former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike as FCT minister, saying Tinubu had no business selecting Wike as a member of his cabinet. He stated that when former President Olusegun Obasanjo wanted to form a government of national unity, he consulted the elders of the party. He further explained that if Tinubu wanted the PDP to be okay, he would return Wike back to the opposition party. Now, reacting to this, someone wrote, "Tinubu knows how to play politics more than other politicians." The next comment: "Let's assume you're right. Is that not what opposition is supposed to be?" The last reaction on this story: "You're such a nuisance. The president can appoint anyone he deems fit as minister, irrespective of party affiliation." Now let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust Television. Now, Afrobeat superstar Davido has shared his thoughts on the growing interest among African Americans in relocating to Africa. During an interview on the Big Homie's House podcast, Davido expressed skepticism, citing the current challenges facing the continent, particularly in his home country, Nigeria. Let's take a look.
Our original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those...
Leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're
bad
not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil and we pay more money for oil.
All netizens have reacted to this, and the first one says, "This is very insensitive of him. He had the opportunity to portray the continent in good light but dashed it. We are not the only ones suffering. Moreover, no black American would totally relocate to Nigeria. They are just making mouth about relocating, and you think the best answer is not to? Person will relocate, come and see that the place isn't favorable, will certainly reconsider. Other nationalities are relocating to Nigeria and are making it big. Why not African Americans?" The next one says, "Nah, this is a very bad narrative. This shouldn't have been said, not on this platform." And one official, Sarah Martins, is saying, No Davido slander will be tolerated. He said nothing but pure facts. Finnish authorities have arrested pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa on charges of alleged terrorist activities. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation said it has requested that Ekpa be remanded on suspicion of public exhortation for an offense committed with terrorist intent. Ekpa is charged alongside 4 other persons on suspicion of financing a terrorist offense, according to a statement by the Finnish police on Thursday. Though the police statement did not mention Ekpa's name, local Finnish news website Helsingin Sanomat listed his name in its report of the case. The police statement noted that the requests for remand are related to a criminal investigation in which a dual citizen of Finland and Nigeria born in the 1980s is suspected of public exhortation to an offense committed with terrorist intent. It added that the other 4 persons are suspected of financing Ekpa's terrorism activity and confirmed that the 5 suspects have been apprehended early this week. The Finnish police said it carried out international cooperation during the criminal investigation. It is not the first time Ekpa has been arrested in Finland. In February 2023, days before the presidential and national assembly elections, Ekpa was arrested in Finland, where he resides, after threatening that the elections would not be held in the southeast. Now, responding to that, a user with the name A. Lawal wrote, "Good news of the week. He thinks Nigerians are dull while he is there castigating our country. No matter how my country is, I still love Nigeria to be one and to be united." Next comment, "Very good. The unrest is too much. Then Kanu should be released to regulate things." Momodu Muhammad Kabir is saying, "Long overdue. Federal government should consider releasing Kanu just like they did to Sunday Igboho." Now, the defense headquarters has applauded the arrest of separatist leader Simon Ekpa by the Finnish police. A director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, and the director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau, in their separate statement, described the arrest as a key victory in the anti-terror fight. The spokesperson said the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Christopher Musa, has expressed happiness over Ekpa's arrest. CDS is happy with his arrest in Finland, with the hope this would be a step towards his extradition to Nigeria so that he will face justice, Gusau said on Thursday. Similarly, Buba said that Ekpa's arrest is an indication that the international community is in synergy with Nigeria in its efforts to fight terrorism. Now, reacting to that, a user with the name callme_legacy, he's a Finnish citizen, married to a Finnish wife. He is also a former Finnish army officer. He committed the offense he is charged of in Finland. He can decide to be tried in Finland, and note that extradition can take donkey years to conclude. With good lawyers and good evidence of genocide against his people, he might be protected. Next is from one official Maxwell Legacy. Building castles in the air. If you like, arrest 10 million agitators. If you don't address the cause of it, now you go get tired at the end. And the last reaction we're taking on the program today is from one Chido Nwezi. "I wish this man could be extradited to Nigeria to face the crime he has committed against the people of Southeast." And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.